the sixth meeting of Wave to Lead Toastmasters Club. Let's have a big round of applause. To begin with, let us state some ground rules for the meeting. Firstly, please switch on your videos to make the session more interactive and lively. At Toastmasters, we try and use English language as a mode of communication. In case if you use any other language, please provide its translation. If you choose to talk about sex, religion, and politics during the meeting, please do it responsibly and in a manner that it doesn't create mutual conflict of interest among us, the club members. On this restricted topics, it is recommended to get your content reviewed from your mentor, VP Education, or club president before presenting it on the stage. Please keep your cell phones on mute. Always use a show off button for raise of hand if you want to speak. Mute your microphone unless you are speaking. Please applaud passionately and loudly for our performance. It's time to read out the mission statement of the club, which is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, I would like to call calm, energetic, and guiding light of our club, our beloved President T.M. Manan, to take this meeting forward. Over to you, President T.M. Manan.
Well, thank you so much, TM Shilpa. And first of all, before I begin my presidential speech, I want to congratulate on your very first opening as for the club. So guys, please give a big round of applause for TM
Thank
Shilpa.
you so much.
Looking forward to hearing more from you in the coming meetings.
Definitely.
So now, how is everybody feeling? And I would request everybody to please be on the camera so that we guys can be a little more interactive in the online medium. So TM Priyanka, guest Om Gupta, Sarath Chandra, guest Teja, if you guys, and TM Shitish as well. If you guys can come on camera, then that would be really great. So now this is our 76th meeting. And when I say 76 as a number, it sounds like a big number, like we have progressed a little in our growth. But as a club, we are still very young and we are learning with every meeting, and all our club members are taking small but solid steps to move ahead in their Toastmasters journey. So today, I have a couple of things to discuss amongst you guys. So the first thing is, as our VP Education, TM Adesh, was discussing offline with all of us, the filling up of agenda. So for today's meeting, we actually felt that people were not very enthusiastic to nominate themselves for the role. And we struggled a bit to fill up the whole agenda. And there were like last moment backouts from team members. So I would request everybody to be a little more enthusiastic about taking up the main roles and confirming your presence in the meeting by Monday evening. Am I correct, TM Adesh? Would you like to add on this thing?
Yes, by Monday evening. Everyone should be confirming their presence by Monday evening.
Yes, because what happens that if we finalize our agenda and we divide the role among the team members, and when there are last minute backouts, it becomes very difficult for TM Adesh to get other people on board to set up the whole meeting agenda. So please make sure that you are taking up the main roles, and it is for your own self-development that you are taking roles and being actively involved into the meetings, right? And I've also seen this thing that, especially for the new ones who have joined us, that our new Toastmasters are getting comfortable into the secondary roles, right? But it is good. It is start of a journey into the Toastmasters. But after a couple of weeks or couple of months, I think we all should push ourselves to come forward and start taking up the main roles. This way, you'll have better experience and have better learning growth into the club. Now, besides that, me and TM Adesh also had extended discussion about the learning and the progress of the Toastmasters, the club members, right? So we all are planning together different strategies to have better learning experience into the group. So the details, more details about these will be shared into the coming weeks whenever we chart out the whole plan on how to develop a robust mentor and mentee program and how we are going to take this learning curve forward, right? So besides that, let's welcome the Toastmaster of the day. So for that thing, I want you all to do one thing for me. Okay, so let's have some, since our theme is something really interesting. So I want you all to close your eyes for 5 seconds and let's see what happens. Let's welcome the Toastmaster of the day in a little different manner. So guys, on the count of 5, close your eyes and let's see who is the Toastmaster of the day for tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your eyes. And kaboom, open. Hi everyone, I'm the Toastmaster of the day for tonight and I welcome you to this interesting theme that we have decided for today, and that is, can anybody tell me what the theme for today is? TM Adesh, you have unmuted your mic, so I think I'm going to
Yeah,
bring this
superhero fiesta.
Hero Fiesta. Yes. So when I say superheroes, one thing comes to my mind. And I'm not gonna say that thing, I'm gonna show you that thing. So just wait for my screen share. Is my screen visible to all of you?
No, right now it's
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Yeah,
Okay,
it's visible
I'm
now.
playing it again.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Well, when we are talking about superheroes, there gotta be some drama, right? And when we talk about superheroes, I think the first name that comes to my head is Marvel Studios, right? Because in the debate of DC and Marvel, I think I belong to the Marvel Club, right? Because I have been following the Marvel characters and Marvel journey and MCU from quite long time, and I connected so well with that. So, how many of you are interested or know and passionate about these superheroes?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, TM Rajesh. So TM Rajesh, tell me, like, do you belong to the Marvel Club or you are part of the DC gang?
Actually, I love all series of Marvels. Like in that, there are lots of beautiful characters like Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and all are very much interesting.
Okay, so on the names that you have said or the ones that you have not said, who is your favorite superhero?
Um, in Marvels, I like Captain America, and in DC movies, I love Batman.
Okay, so you have favorite in both. Okay, pretty diplomatic. You don't want to have enemies among other members. Fine. Let's move to our guest Om. So guest Om, First of all, I want you to introduce yourself to us and tell us how you got to know about our club and what brings you here. And after that, you tell me about your favorite superhero.
Hi everyone, my name is Gupta. I'm from New Delhi and I'm pursuing my BBA third year from Lakshmi Devi College. One of my college faculties told me to introduce me with the Toastmasters Club because I reached him because I wanted to improve my English. So I reached him and he introduced me with Toastmasters. So it was a long time, about 3 months, that I was postponing calling the Toastmasters Club to join, but I did it yesterday and got a link for today. And other than education, I am involved in a startup where we are creating a one-stop platform for all the pet needs. For example, we sell pet food, we organize pet birthday parties, pet photo shoot, and many more services.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question on that. So, do you cater to only dogs and cats, or are you also catering to the pythons and the tigers if anybody is keeping them as pet?
We just cater to dogs, cats, and fishes.
Okay, perfect. So, coming back to my question, who is your favorite superhero?
I'm not interested in superheroes, Marvel Studios, etc. But one of my close friends wants to join Marvel Studios. So I'm waiting for him to join Marvel Studios and get me a ticket, free of cost, a VIP ticket, and I'll go for it once.
Okay, yeah, why not? And maybe you never know, maybe your startup can just shoot up and you become superhero for all the upcoming entrepreneurs of the country.
Hope so, starting for the film.
Okay, so all the very best for that. Okay, so we do have guest Sarath Chandra with us. So Sarath Chandra, would you like to come on camera and have a little bit of chat with us about superheroes?
Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're
Yeah.
audible. So
Yeah. Hello,
Sarath,
everyone. Yeah.
yeah. So Sarath, please tell us about yourself and what brings you here, how you got to know about the club, and who is your favorite superhero.
Yeah. First of all, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Sarat Chandra. I've been a Toastmaster since past 1 year. So our BP Education shared this link. Coming to superheroes, it's one of my most favorite topic. Watching that poster, it grabbed my attention. So coming to my favorite superhero in Marvel, Ant-Man is my favorite hero, and in DC, Shazam is my favorite hero. I tend to like that comedy superheroes because they suit my character the most. So these are my superheroes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So if you talk about me, let me tell you about my favorite superhero. Actually, I love them both, love them all, right? But my favorite superhero, if I have to choose, I think that would be Iron Man, right? Because I mean, look at that guy. He's cool, he's witty, he's a billionaire, right? He owns his own technology company and he get to use all the futuristic technology, right? Now, how cool is that? And then you're fighting the supervillains, right? You're flying in the sky, you're using high energy power, you're carrying missiles in your hands. I mean, mind blown. So now we'll have more discussion around our superheroes and we'll have a lot to discuss, let me tell you. But before moving ahead into the session, I want to call upon stage the general evaluator for today, who is none other than our VP Education, TM Adesh. So TM Adesh, please come on board and tell us about yourself.
Thank you, TM Manan. Hi, everyone. I'll be your general evaluator today. As such, it's a special meeting. We don't have speakers today. So I would be evaluating table topics. My team, so I would be playing the special role of table topics evaluator today. So my instruction to all the auxiliary role players is that you will be counting our counter as well as timer. You will be only evaluating table topics today. There will be no speaking roles and there will be no evaluations as such in this meeting. So let's introduce our first auxiliary role player, TM Suraj, our timer for today. TM Suraj, if you may.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. As a timer, I will time all the speeches. All the active member is aware about time duration of the speeches. So table topic sessions should be between 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Now coming to the auxiliary role player, right? So auxiliary role player should be between 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And that's all from my side. And I will present my report when called upon by General Evaluator. So thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay. Our next auxiliary role player is the accountant, TM Mohit. If you may take the stage.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I hope you are all doing great. Today, I will be playing the role of accountant, where I will be looking at the filler words used in our day-to-day, in our language today. Filler words like like, you know, and so, and or I will also note down the pause and repeat by every person. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by General Evaluator, I will present my report. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, our last and final auxiliary role player, the grammarian, TM Shilpa. Please take the stage.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As the grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take a note of any misuse of the English language as well as the outstanding usage. As the grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today meeting, the word is farcical, and the meaning is it's so silly or extreme that you are unable to take it seriously. The sentence of the day, the sentence of this word is the singer is known for his farcical songs that make fun of the original tones. So I'm going to send this over to the chat so that everyone can use it. And as a grammarian, each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day in their speeches. I will present my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Over to you. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Okay, to put a new twist on the meeting, I have thought about one thing. As both evaluators, TM Priyanka and TM Rajesh, did not get speakers to evaluate today. So we three would be the evaluation committee and the judging committee for table topics today. So all three of us will be judging table topics and we'll decide the final winner. So there will be not a poll, but it would be a judging committee. So on table topics. So TM Priyanka and TM Rajesh and myself will be judging table topics. And I encourage rest of all of you to participate in table topics. And TM Kshitij will conduct that. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Mana.
Well, thank you so much, TM Adesh, for the amazing introduction of yourself and your tag team for today. So now coming back to the superhero discussion. Have you ever thought or have you ever wished in your childhood, especially, that what if that you get some sort of superpower? Right? How many of you have wished like that? Because if you talk about me, I have like definitely wished for that. I do wish for this today also, like these days also, that I should be getting some sort of superpower. So raise your hand if you guys have ever thought like that in your childhood. Okay, so TM Sarath. Now so that you've raised your hand, just tell me one thing, like uh, what sort of superpower you would have wished and what you would have done if you got it.
So during my childhood, mostly I used to watch Power Rangers. In that Power Rangers, I really loved that Red Ranger's power. While he's morphing, a huge red color blast used to blow behind him, and he used to use a special cane to kick all those aliens which are coming from space. I don't know which multi-universe those Power Rangers belong to, but uh, I used to watch Mystic Force and SPD. They used to have a special morphing in their hand. I used to always bug my mom and my dad to buy me one of that morpher so that I can also transform it to a Power Ranger, a Red Ranger mostly. So that in my childhood, I most wished to have with me that thing, that power.
Okay, and if you get that power today, what would you do with that power?
I would mostly show up in front of my crush. I have this power.
Nice use of powers, like definitely. Who would have thought that? Nice, nice, nice. I would definitely wish that if there is any way to get it, and that you'll get that power and you'll definitely impress your crush with that, right? Okay. So coming to TM Rajesh. Okay, so TM Rajesh, you tell me, what sort of power you would have wished and what would you do with it?
Okay, so before that, I would like to say I do agree with Toastmasters Sarath. Like when I was kid, I used to watch Power Ranger. My favorite Power Ranger series was Power Ranger SPD, Space Patrol Delta, and I used to watch lots of Power Ranger, like Power Ranger Mystic Force, Power Ranger Dino Thunder, Power Ranger SPD, and in Power Ranger SPD, Space Patrol Delta, there was a one red one Power Ranger, and he was, I think, very good. And the leader was, I think, Doggy Gruger, and he was also very good. And right now, if I get that kind of power, like which they used to wear in hand, after that they become Power Ranger. Now, like if I have that kind of power, uh, I will try to join. I will help our like Indian army by having that kind of power. Am I audible? Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, you are audible, Rajesh.
Okay, okay. So if I have that kind of power, like right now, I will help my Indian army. Um,
Uh, Hi, TM Rajesh. Sorry, can you please repeat that? I was having network issues.
okay, 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 okay. If I have that kind of power, so I will help my Indian army. If I have that kind of power, which was related to Power Ranger.
Oh wow! So we have two Power Ranger fans in our meeting tonight. So anybody who's also a Power Ranger fan? TM Adesh. Okay. So would you like to contribute to this Power Rangers discussion? Do you want to have like Power Rangers power with yourself also, or like do you want something else?
Nothing. I just used to watch the shows when I was little. So that I have no Power Ranger power, but yes, I totally agree. Okay, so Mistake Person SPD, yes. Disney Channel for the applause for that.
So now the question is directed to you now. Okay, if you ever get like mystically get some sort of superpower, what do you wish to have and what you'll do with it?
Okay, I do recommend a very dark series on Amazon that is called The Boys, and yeah. So, and it is one of my favorites these days. Anyway, so I'm extremely want laser eyes these days to be my superpower. It changes over every month. It changes, but these days it is laser eyes, which is my superpower. So that's what I want.
And what will you do if you ever get the laser eyes?
Nothing. It's just cool to show off. That is my superpower. That's why I want it.
Okay, so show off in front of the crush is on your agenda as well.
As such, crushes maybe, but maybe not. I'll just say that for now, my relationship status is complicated. That's all.
Perfect. Okay. So now let's just now as TM Adesh has said that his relationship is complicated. So is our meeting agenda because two of our speakers backed out. So we decided to have the table topics marathon tonight, right? And can we uh, can we see TM Shitich?
He's not here.
Okay. So, Team Anish, can you just give him a quick call to ask his whereabouts, right? Till the time we can talk to TM, our guest Tilak. Hi, Tilak. Would you like to come on camera and introduce yourself to us?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Toastmaster Tilak from SRK Toastmaster Club. Currently working as a Vice President Education of SRK.
Okay. So how did you get to know our club and what brings you here? And we are having discussion about the superheroes. So do tell us about your favorite superhero.
I just saw the link in some other group. I just found that it is my laser time, so I joined. Coming to my superheroes, I don't watch much. When I was child, I never watched cartoon channels, more likely. I know I used to watch Doraemon in Hangama once in a while. So I like the character very much. We can go anywhere by using anywhere door. His pocket is like a big, huge bag in which everything can be fitted. We can take whatever the problem is. He has a solution in his pocket, not in his mind. I like the I like the character very well, and I love to watch once in a while. But I am not too much addicted to these cartoon characters or superheroes. Now I am watching Marvel's movies. Now as I came to engineering, now I habituated to watch. The my friends used to motivate me to come to the theater, so I used to go there.
Okay, so how many you have watched of the Marvel?
Yeah, recently only two, Doctor Stranges and Thor. Recently Thor movie came. I felt that is a cartoon movie. Same what I saw in the Cartoon Network channel. I felt the same while watching the Thor movie. Sorry for the Marvel fans. I felt that.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and I'm also going to watch that movie really soon towards the end of the week. Okay. So thank you and welcome to the club. I hope you'll have a great time with us tonight.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so now we've been talking a lot about the Videshi or the foreigner superheroes. Does anybody know any names of the Desi, our very own Indian superheroes? Okay, we have a raise of hand, TM Suraj. Yes. You've gone on mute, TM Suraj.
Thank you, TM Minan. Let's give it a try. During my childhood, I used to watch Sagalaga Boom Boom on DD National, if anyone of remember you. So I used to think that if how can I get that pencil so I can become cool in front of my friends, and I can buy whatever I want to buy. So that was really fascinating for me. Yeah, and I always yeah. So
what you wanted to draw with that pencil?
actually, first thing I wanted to buy a cycle because in my childhood I didn't have a cycle. So I thought if I draw the cycle diagram, then I will get the cycle. So
Wow, wonderful. I also wish I actually wanted to draw a lot of sweets and chocolates because in my childhood I was very much fond of chocolates and that actually given me a few cavities in my teeth, but that's a separate story. So I always wanted to draw those chocolates and sweets and donuts and make them real and eat them whole day. So that was like my childhood fantasy with that pencil. So now, yes.
I've also, when I used to watch Sakalaga Bummu, I see that the character used to buy things for his friends. Like whenever they needed something, he just draw on the paper. So I also used to think like, how can I buy things for my friends? So it was very, very cool if I buy that or how if I get that pencil.
Yeah, this would have been like really cool. And talking about cool things and cool basic things, is anybody familiar with the man called Nagaraj? How many of you are familiar with this character called Nagaraj? TM Priyanka, TM Adesh. Yes, TM Priyanka. Have you read the Nagaraj comics in your childhood?
Yes, TM Manan. When we were in our childhood, there are 2-3 comic books like Pinky, Chacha Chaudhary, and one of this Nagraj. So yes, it's a very comic, and every time Nagraj fight with his enemies, and yeah, he's a superhero at the time. I'm not fond of superhero movies. After my marriage, my husband was a super fan of these superhero movies, and first movie we watched after marriage was Avengers. I started to watch few movies now.
Nice. And yes, I totally remember the Diamond Comics publications of Nagaraj and this Chacha Chaudhary and Sabu and their adventures. So that was quite a thing. And during my childhood, actually, I've become more of a Marvel fan when I've become an adult. But in my childhood, I was all games for Nagaraj and Chacha Chaudhary. Nagaraj used to like fantasize me. Imagine a person having superpowers of snakes, right? So whenever he's doing his hands like this, tens of snakes are attacking the person who is sitting in front of him. Like, I mean, this is dangerous. And I used to admire Chacha Chaudhary for his smartness and brilliance. Like how he used to solve all those, highly complicated, mysterious cases with his intelligence. So that was like very, very inspiring and very motivating character for me in my childhood.
I want to say something. One another book was Baki Lal.
Okay, so I have not read that book, so you need to elaborate us on that. Like, what is this Baki Lal character and what it used to do? TM Priyanka?
Yeah, he is also a fictional character, which helped the king, and he's the assistant of king who always help him, like we can say Birbal, and he don't have any superpower, but yes, he used his brain, and every time when he make anything correct, then the slogan is "Hun happa di ki ho."
Oh wow, that sounds really cool. So everybody, we have got TM Kshitij in the house. So first of all, big round of applause for TM Kshitij for finally making it to the meeting. And now we're going to start with our table topics marathon. And remember that besides the tag team, we have judges panel that consists of TM Adesh, TM Priyanka, and TM Rajesh. So they would be hearing you very, very discreetly and with open ears and with minute eyes. So, okay, that doesn't make a sense. They won't be hearing you from their eyes, but they'll having a watch on what you are saying on stage. So I would like to welcome TM Kshitij, who is presently pursuing MBA into sustainable development, and he wants to do work in that field in future. So TM Kshitij, please come onto the camera and take the stage. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, hi, Manan, can you hear me?
Yes, we can
I
hear
am sorry,
you.
I won't be able to open the camera. The reason is that there is no light at my end. So even if I open my camera, you won't be able to see me. So this is a big of challenge. So I think we all are excited for this. Even I'm very excited to have this special activity. So let me share the screen, and I will request people to please come on. People to uh, raise their hand who are interesting to be part of this interesting. So just to start with this table topic masters, I would just like to tell my role that as a table topic master, I will be giving each many of you a chance to speak on any of the topic, right? And you have to speak for minimum 1 minute, and the maximum is 2.30 seconds, right? So 2.30 minutes, sorry, not seconds. Yeah. And the theme for today would be it is around superhero feature, which I think Manan has like immensely talk about this. So anyone like who would like to volunteer first for this amazing opportunity? Please free to unmute yourself, because I am sharing the screen, so it might be tough to see who is the candidate.
Kshitij, you can start with a guess today, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So Manan, can you help me out? Because
TM Sarah, would you like to take up the first topic?
Yeah. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'll take it.
yeah, can you see my screen? Can you just confirm?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, so here is your first question of the day. It is related to superhero. Yeah. Which superhero has the greatest influence on your life? So I'm sure you must be a fan of some or the other superhero. So which superhero has the greatest influence on your life? We would love to hear your opinion on this.
Yeah. Thank you for the topic. Actually, I have a wide range of variety of superheroes in my life. Actually, coming from my childhood, my first superhero I remember is Shaktiman. He's my first ever superhero. He's our Desi Indian superhero. From that, I started having each and in I started knowing about more and more superheroes and their characters. Coming to my favorite superhero, Captain America is my favorite superhero in the whole cinematic superhero characters, because he just quotes the one line, the famous line, "I can do this all day." That quote represent he never gives up. Whatever he do, he will always fight for what he thinks, and what he thinks is correct, and never leaves anyone behind. So he never gives up on his friends. Like in the Civil War movie, he fought for what he think he's right, and he always stood for his friend's back, Bucky's back. So he took his friend and saved the whole universe, right? So Captain America is my favorite superhero, and I take the one quote that I can do this all day from his words. That's it, and over to you, table topic master.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I think half of the people present here are super fan of this I forgot the name. Yeah, great. Good to hear your opinion. So any next one I would like to request. Anyone, please?
We do have a guest, Vishakha, in the house. So, guest Vishakha, would you like to participate in the table topic? Hi, guest Vishakha, are you there? Maybe we can move to our Toastmaster Tila.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, so your question would be that if you get a chance to become a superhero, how would you help Earth as a superhero?
Yeah, if I get a chance to become a superhero, a superhero in the sense he can do anything, like for by using his powers, right? So if I get a chance to become a superhero, how would I help my Earth? I was a guy who is very interested to save environment. Uh, uh, Recently, I started working in, started learning something in WHO climate change, and I want to acquire a certificate from that. So I was really enthusiastic to help the Earth to from the environmental issues. Let me guess. Let me tell you something about. Everyone think that uh, solar energy is the best way to avoid the fossil fuels. Right? Recently, I came to know that by the e-waste of solar plates, they are will be used for up to 2025 because they are designed in such a way that they remain. For recycling them, it costs $10, but for dumping on the earth, it costs just only $1. So many companies started doing that. It may hurt the earth, I think. So I would do something to regenerate the power and reuse them. And thank you, Oki. Tabletop business.
Wow, this is really good to hear that we have so many like-minded people in this meeting who really thinks about these topics such as like solar energy, climate change. Yeah, very happy to hear about your view on such topics. Great. So yeah, let's move to the next question we have on the board. Anyone would like to volunteer, please?
Toastmaster Om, will you like to try?
Yes, I know.
Oh, great. So the question which I have for you would be that there are times a super villain is more important than a superhero. What do you think about this?
Answering this question is a bit tough since I'm not into movies, but yeah, let me think for a while. Could you please show the question again?
You want me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question for you, a super villain is more important than a superhero. What do you think? Here is the question you can see on the screen. A super villain is more important than a superhero.
So I would say that a supervillain, if it is more important than a superhero, the reason or the logic behind this could be that every person, every human being, maybe a superhero, does not know what he possesses, what he or she possesses, what capabilities he or she has. So there comes the role of a supervillain who, creates some mess, and there the superhero has to deal out of it, and he gets to know, the world gets to know about his capabilities.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great. Great to hear that. Yeah, now let's move to the next one. Anyone would like to volunteer? We have a very interesting question. Next one. So would love
Siddesh, there are no volunteers in this. Everybody has to participate except me, Rajesh, and TM Priyanka. It's compulsory.
Okay,
All
okay.
the
So
other
we
role
have
players.
oh okay. Great. So yeah, I think I can see Mohit. Mohit, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I have a very interesting question for you, and I'm sure
Okay,
you will
let's
like
see.
it. If you could fly like Superman, where would you go?
Okay, give me a second. Okay. Hmm. Okay, if I could fly like a Superman, first and foremost, I will go to the places which I like to visit, because it's really cheap to fly like a Superman. You don't have to pay travel expenses and other there. You go there, visit there, and come back. So firstly, I will complete my visiting place. I could go to Statue of Liberty or Eiffel Tower, or I could go to Australia in there and see the kangaroos and come back here. So that's the most benefit of flying like a superhero. Other than that, if I could fly like a superhero, the one thing I would normally do at Delhi is instead of running in evening, I would fly. Like getting in after spending your day, you just want to clear your thoughts and get refreshed again. So I usually take a walk or run. If I could fly, then I would fly. Why would I take the run? I would I would fly over the city, or why don't I do something more creative? Why don't I go to run in Ladakh? I will go there in a beautiful lakeside area. I go there, run for a kilometer, and come back again here. So being a flying power is a really cool thing to have. Other things I have, if I want to imagine, I could imagine in just 2 seconds. Like these are the things I used to imagine when I want to choose a power. That if I wanted a power when I was a little kid, I thought that if I want a power, which would be good for me. So I thought flying, it's good, but not that good. How about disappearing? So I used to think about that. Yes, if I could fly, then what could I do? If I could disappear, then what could I do? So these are the different scenario I had, and flying was these are main scenario. Thank you.
Wow, that was so interesting. I'm amazed to hear about your response on this question. Yeah, so next one. Yeah, next one I would request we have just a second. Let me see.
We have Mudit.
Mudit, would you like to go next? Yeah, sorry.
We have Mudit in the meeting. Would you like to do a topic?
Yeah, sure. I would like to give it a
So
try.
Mudit, for you, my question would be: would you rather be a superhero or a normal man?
So, sure, I would like to be. Nobody would leave a chance to become a superhero. So definitely, I would like to opt for superhero when it comes to making a choice between the two. So I think that would be one of my best options, and there could be a list of things that I could try doing, and I might fall short of words when I tell that what would I really do when superhero, but there are some things in mind, of course, which uh, start from my personal well-being to my to society well-being. I would like to give try to all of those things which I haven't been able to do now, and with superhero powers and with that kind of a magical wand that I may have, or the powers that I may have, I would like to maybe I would like to fly, I would like to disappear, I would like to reach wherever I want, whatever I want to do. I would like to do anything that I may want to. And I think it would be altogether a new world for me. Uh, and definitely, I would like to serve society and help the poor. And that's what a superhero would really mean for in true sense to me. Then when I give that kind of when I give when I try that kind.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for such an amazing answer. So next one, which I would like take the answer, would be Toastmaster Priyanka. Would you like to go next, Toastmaster Priyanka?
I will go after one.
Okay, sure.
Toastmaster
Right.
Priyanka is in the judging committee. So
Oh,
Toastmaster Priyanka and
oh,
Rajesh and me can't
okay,
participate. Toastmaster
okay.
Shilpa, Toastmaster Suraj, even Toastmaster Manish is here and they can participate.
Yeah, sure. Toastmaster Shilpa, would you like to go next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So my
please.
question for you would be, this is also a very interesting question. Yeah. If you were a superhero for a day, what would be your first action?
Okay, so first of all, I will try to utilize as maximum I can. So first of all, I want to travel everywhere, and my first action will be to travel outside India without any visa, without any restrictions. That will be my first activity. Second, I will try to go to all the malls and pick all the activities which I want to pick actually without paying any money. Thirdly will be to meet my friends, and from the social point of view, like means now this is what I told, that is specifically for me. If I will talk about from the social point of view, like how I can serve the society, from that, somewhere in the roads, if there will be any ambulance which will be stuck somewhere and they are not able to cross due to lot of traffic and something, definitely I will use my superpowers and I will try to take the people and the ambulance from that traffic and reach them to the hospitals. And definitely I will try to help people. And what your question from the first point was, the first one is to travel outside India. From last many days, because of this, I was not able to travel anywhere, so that will be my first wish.
Oh, wow. That is so interesting. Yeah, I hope you get the chance to become a superhero for a day.
Thank
Great.
you.
Can I
I
add
wish
something
the
to
same.
this, TM Shilpa?
Yeah, please.
Actually,
Teamana.
this really reminded me of movie Nayak, where Anil Kapoor got to be the CM for one day, and he does hell lot of things in those 24 hours before the sunset. Because after the sunset, he actually fights
Yeah.
with Boom, and he wins in the end. So he does all those millions of work in 8-hour work day. And what you have said, what you're gonna do, sounds exactly like that. So good job there.
Actually, that picture was going in my mind, and I was just thinking what he has done. Definitely, I can't club politics, but that picture was in my mind, definitely. Yeah.
Great, great. Let's move to the next one. Toastmaster Manan, can you help me?
Yes, TM Manish, would you like to take up the next topic?
Should I share the question, Manan?
No, I think he is not. He has facing some problems, network issues. I think TM Suraj can take the next question then.
Yeah, okay. Sure. So my next question is, would you rather be invincible or would be able to fly? If you get the opportunity to do any of these two things in your life, what would it be? Invincibility or fly?
Okay, let me give it a try. If I have to choose between invisible or fly, so I definitely will choose invisible. So I can do a lot of things if I become invisible. Like I can go anywhere. Sorry, I can see anyone. Even I can see a lot of things. Let's say you can say right now we are facing one of the biggest is a terrorism. So I can go to I can go to their places and I can see what's their plan. So maybe I can coordinate with our intelligence agency and I can help them. And apart from that, I I would like to do many things. You can say sometimes I love to I love to see things what's happening in my friend's home and what are my friends doing. So if I can become invisible, so it will be more fun for me, and I will have information about them uh, before. Apart from this, I think I can do many things for our country, especially, and so I think we will become superpower if if I become invisible. So yeah, that's all.
Wow, wow, this is so creative. I never thought one can be so creative by becoming invincible. I remember I watched a movie, this Gayam. So I could relate this question with that movie. I think, yeah. Thank you, Suraj, for such a creative answer. Yeah, so next one. We have still many questions left. More creative questions are coming on the way. Would love to hear more answers and creative responses.
TM Manish, yes, Vishakha, would you like to participate? I would like to nominate myself. Please give your next topic to me. TM Manish has
Yeah,
unmuted.
sure.
TM Manish, would you like to participate?
Hello, am I
Yeah,
audible?
Manish. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So my question.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is a question. So you have to just summarize it, or like you have to just continue this line. Remember, with great power come great responsibility. This is a
Okay.
very famous quote from the Spider movie. So yeah, you can
So I
continue.
have to continue this sentence. So
Yeah, please take it forward. What do you think? We would love to hear your response. With great power comes great responsibility. This is from Spider movie. So you can elaborate your opinion on this particular quote.
Okay, okay. So, with great power comes great responsibility. We can see this in various fields and various aspects of our life. As we see in politics, the politicians they are major decision maker of the um, many people's life. They take many decisions, and one decision can impact the life of many people. For example, in the farmer protest, as you see, the one decision taken by the government, uh, it 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 what we can say that it disturb the peace of the society. So this will signifies how the great power impact, uh, how the great power comes with the different kind of responsibility. And I think about more, I and if I can go further example, so in I think, so sorry, that's it. Is it okay?
Yeah, I agree. I think whenever we talk about this leadership, it's never been easy, right? There will be consequence of everything what we do. So that's why it is always said that with great responsibility comes with great power comes great responsibility. And I'm sure whatever the steps we are or anything is taking, they would be able to understand it, right? Yeah. So next one we have is Toastmaster Manan, right?
Toastmaster Kshitij, how many table topics we are left with?
I think I am left with
three, right? Okay. So I have a plan here, right? So I want each of our judges to take up one table topic, though they won't be counted for the voting, right? But I want you all to take up at least one topic. So starting off with TM Priyanka.
Yes, TM Shitich.
Great. So for Toastmaster Priyanka, your question is, for us, a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart.
This is the most touching line I ever read, because emotions are the one thing in life which makes our life more meaningful, which makes her lively. And without emotion, your power is useless. If you don't understand the situation, if you don't understand the feeling of people, then you can't use your emotions correctly at right place. And yes, in a superhero's life, whenever we see, if they find anything wrong around them, then definitely first they see the situation. Then yes, emotion is also one of the part which takes place to help them, to help the people. But if you are too emotional, then definitely it's bad, because excess of everything is bad. So be emotional, be practical, and use your parts tactfully, not forcefully. Over to you, TM Chitich.
Yes, absolutely. Really, really great answer. I think at the end, what matters the most is the heart. Heart is what matters the most. I think no matter what we do, heart is like most important thing. Yeah. So next one we have TM Rajesh.
Yes, Toastmaster Shitesh.
Yeah. So for yeah. So your question is, I believe there is a hero in all of us that keep us honest, give us strength, make us noble. So would we would like to hear your opinion on this particular line.
Yes, I do agree with this point. Like there is a there is a hero in all of us that keep us honest, gives us strength, and make us noble. Like if we do any kind of like good work, definitely we will feel very good, and we will feel very good. And by doing that kind of good work, all people came to know that we are good person, we are doing good kind of work. So at last, I would like to give one conclusion. We all time have to do a good work, so that so that um, so that uh, people people came to know that we are doing good kind of work, whether they are thinking that is it a good work or is it a not good work. Like we know it's a good work for us and for society. So always we have to support good kind of work. This is from my side, Toastmaster Kshitij.
Yes, I think Rajesh, I totally agree. I think our action decides what we do and how we perform and what we do in the society, right? And the last question I have for Toastmaster Manan would be, this is a very easy one, but it's an interesting
question
one.
would be,
If you could have
Toastmaster Adesh.
Oh yeah, sure. So last question is, if you could have one superpower, what would it
Okay,
be?
so I've already done this table topic, so I have the practice for it. Anyway, thank you, TM Kshitij, for the same. Anyway, actually, I will like to use the word of the day today, that it is such a farcical power that you cannot imagine that a person would like to have it in their lives. But just to showcase it on a daily basis, I would like to have laser eyes or laser vision, so that at least I can cut through metal. I can also bash through people's heads. That is a very dark side of that power. But I majorly wanted just to showcase that a person like me who deals with chemistry every day can also have a superpower, and to showcase my students that yes, your teacher is a superhero on a daily basis, that he deals with your silly stuff as well as your tantrums. Because for me, go teachers, you're superheroes. Promoting my profession like anything, because we are superheroes on your daily basis. So that's my superpower, which I would like to have. That is laser eyes. And that is the superpower which I wish would have had. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really good to. Also, we have this Guru Purnima today. So hats off to all the gurus and teachers who has always supported us in all the endeavors of life. Without their support, I think so we will be here what we all are doing. Yeah. So hats off to all the gurus. Thank you. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Well, thank you so much, TM Kshitij, for these wonderful, wonderful topics. This might feel farcical from a distance, but this is indeed a very serious discussion if you see it from a fan's eye, right? So thank you so much for bringing us these interesting topics, and we are like very, very glad to hear everybody's opinion on these topics. So now I think we need to give our judges some time to decide on who spoke the best. So I'm going to send our judges to the breakout room. So while they'll be deciding on to the who is the winner of this table topics marathon, I'll be chatting you with the rest of you here. So sending all the judges into the breakout room. Okay, perfect. Yes. So while they are deciding on the results, let's just have a little bit of chit chat. We do have few people left. Okay. So TM Om, how are you feeling tonight?
It's a totally different experience, quite awesome. and I am expecting more awesome experiences in the upcoming weekend.
Okay. So have you ever been to any superhero party, or have you ever been to the Comic Con? You're based in Delhi, right?
Yeah, I'm based in Delhi, but I haven't visited any such parties or events.
Okay, so I would definitely recommend you that whenever this happens, I think this event usually happens towards the end of the year, right? Around November, December, right? So like it wasn't happening from past 2 years, but if it happens this year, I would definitely recommend you to at least visit there once just for the feel of it.
So how could I find where the event is, when and where?
I think you'll get updates on like on Book My Show or Paytm Insider. Still get the updates whenever it is happening.
Okay.
Though the level is not, I mean, what you see on like what you see in the West, right? Because this whole experience is pretty new to the Indian audiences and Indian pop culture. But it is still a very, very different experience. So I think each one of you, I mean, I would recommend, right,
Yeah,
to
and
attend
it's
once. Yeah. So, TM Shilpa, how many Indian superheroes that you have seen? I have okay. I just got this one thing in my head. Like, has anybody seen Captain Vyom in their childhood?
Sorry, TM Manan, your voice was breaking for me. Can you please repeat the question?
I'm saying, did you watch? Have you seen Captain Vyom in your childhood? Have you heard
No.
of it? Like, has anybody heard of it?
I can recall that I have heard it, but I am at this moment I'm not able to recall. I remember only two, like Chacha Chaudhary and Pinky. Those were the two characters I used to read in my childhood, but I'm not able to recall what you are saying.
TM Suraj, have you heard like who is Captain Vyom?
Exactly. I feel like I have heard about Vio, but if I remember, I recall Areman. That
Okay.
was yeah, or you can say Saktiman. You already know. It was one of the show that was Hatim, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
That used to come on Star Utsav and
Star One, I think.
yeah.
TM Tilak, do you know who is Captain Vyom?
No, I can't recall. I never heard about it.
Okay. TM Mohit, do you know who is Captain Vyom? Or TM Sitish, if you know who is Captain Vyom?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
TM Sitish? Okay. So let me tell you who was Captain Vyom. So in
Yeah,
my
sorry, Toastmaster man.
yeah, TM Sitish, I was asking, do you know who is Captain Vyom, or who was Captain Vyom actually?
Not exactly. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell you about this. So during early 90s, right, around 92, 93, right, when I was a small kid, so there used to be a special Sunday program, right, by the name of Captain Vyom. And it was actually a very sci-fi based intergalactic criminal capturing sort of a show, right? And it was like out of this world. I just couldn't imagine in my childhood that anything like this could come on DD1, right, or DD2. So Milind Soman used to star as Captain Yom in that series, and the main concept of that series was that there are 13 intergalactic criminals who are stranded on a planet, and somehow they have broken that special security jail, and they are just now out in the universe, and now they are attacking different planets and doing their all bad things. And this responsibility is given to Captain Vyom, who is Milind Soman, to track all of those criminals again and catch them and bring back them to the jail. So that was the whole concept of Captain View, and it was somewhat inspired by Star Trek, but seeing things in India from in Indian context and by Indian creators was something different. And in my childhood, I was not really aware about what is Star Wars and what is Star Trek and everything. For me, it was Shaktiman and Captain Vyom and Chacha Chaudhary. So when I saw that thing on television in my childhood, I was like, oh my God, I think India is really progressing. It was my take on that series. So let's just bring back our judges first, and then we'll have our discussion again.
No. Hmm.
In the meantime, let me just show you what Captain Vyom looked like. And it is actually available on YouTube. So if any of you would like to check that out, I would definitely recommend that you guys should do.
Yeah, please tell me. Yeah. Manan.
So you guys can see my screen, right?
Not yet.
And this is how the captain.
Yeah, we can see now.
A little context, TM Manan, what is going on?
While you were, away deciding on who spoke the best in table topics, we were discussing about Captain View. So I was just asking about, the remaining Toastmasters, like, have they heard about the character called Captain Vyom? And sadly, to my sadness, nobody knew who Captain Vyom was. So I was giving them some gyan about Captain Vyom and how it used to come on DD2 on Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. And I was like, the huge fan of it. Do you know who is Captain Vyom, Piyamalic?
Never heard of him.
That's so sad. I mean, I just explained the whole storyline of the series while you guys were away. PM Rajesh must be knowing. Like, I have good hopes from PM Rajesh.
No, Toastmaster Manan. First time I'm seeing this character, Captain VM.
Okay, so am I the only one who used to watch this series TV2?
Yeah, you are super fan.
I also saw sometimes, but I didn't remember.
Okay, so I'm the only one in amongst the people that are present tonight who has seen Captain Vyom. So I think I should deserve a special certificate for this, right, TM Shilpa?
Yeah,
Anyway,
we
so
should give a. You are super fan. They are fan and you are super fan.
So I was just explaining them about this whole storyline of Captain Vyom. I also recommended them to give it a watch on YouTube because episodes are available there. So it was about, the intergalactic criminals and how they are stranded on a planet in a very high security, high tech jail. And one day they break out from that jail, right? And they get spread all across the universe. And the responsibility of catching all those, criminals is given to Captain Vyom, who is a space warrior. And he goes on to a different mission and catch those 13 criminals. So these used to come on DD2 Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. And I just told them when I was a kid, this storyline blew my mind away because at that time I didn't know that Star Wars existed. I didn't know that Star Trek existed. I didn't know any of these things existed. For me, it was Shaktiman, and after that, Captain Vyom. So it's a pretty interesting premise, and I think you guys can have a watch of this on YouTube. So I want to ask judges, have they finalized, have they zeroed upon any name?
Yes, we have, and we have decided there is going to be a second runner-up, first runner-up, and there is going to be a winner. So there are 3 positions this time.
Okay. So should we go to the general evaluation section first, or should we just announce the results?
I think we should go the general evaluation. We'll do all the auxiliary role players, and then I'll give the feedback on the day.
Okay, perfect. So guys, let's just move to the general evaluation section now, and let's hear it from our general evaluator of the day, TM Adesh, how well we did today and what are our areas of improvement. So TM Adesh, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Manan. As the general evaluator, I have to evaluate the meeting as well. So I'm extremely biased because I'm the VP Education of the club, and it was a very innovative meeting with some very different rules. But still, we managed the meeting, and a big applause for everyone because we did it in the end without speakers and freestyle, and a big applause for TM Shitij because he made on the spot many more table topics. So that is also a big round of applause from him. Now let's start with the auxiliary role player section with the timer Suraj.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So for today's meeting, my report as a timer of the speeches were within time. You can see except guest Om Gupta, he completed his table topic session in 48 seconds, which is not between 1 and 2 minutes. So I think he's a disqualified. Apart from that, all the speeches were within time. So that's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for this very comprehensive report on every person and every table topic.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the account of the day, Toastmaster Moment.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I have the report here. Let me share my screen. So for today's meeting, the projects and our sound are here. I would like to mention some few things here that Sarath are using too much sound, and other than that, TM Rajesh did have some more air sound than before, but those are two things. TM Silpa was not using too much filler words, and also other guys did well in this area. Other than that, you can look out the whole report. I will put a PDF format in that. Also, thank you, General Evaluator. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. Again, a very comprehensive report on every repetitive word and hours of the day. Let's move on to the very important role of grammarian today, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Yeah. Thank you. So today our pattern was slightly different. But everyone has tried their best. So the good words in the meeting the people has used was a terrorism, tactfully, recycling, dumping, capabilities, consequences, magical, serve, and basically and the words who has used the word of the day was the TM Adesh, TM Manan, and TM Suraj. So this is from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa. As such, I would also say for the role of grammarian, you can also could have pointed out in the table topics where there were some grammatical errors. So there were some places there were grammatical errors. So that is one feedback from my side, that from next time, if there are grammatical errors, you can give a more appropriate meaning as well as a more appropriate grammar for the same.
Yeah, just to add, actually I had tried to get that, but I was not able to find out any sentence which can be better. So I had tried that, but I was not able to get such sentence today.
Sure, Toastmaster Shilpa, then that means our meeting was very, very successful as we had
Yes.
not made any grammatical errors.
Yes.
So let's hope that we continue this streak. Now we move on to the table topics today. The table topics were very varied and extremely interesting. So we'll start with Toastmaster Sarath. He did a great job in narrating his table topic, but we felt that there was repetition of the same words, so he could have improved on that front. Next, we move on to Toastmaster Tilak. Toastmaster Tilak, you had a very informative table topic session where I found the speech was extremely informative and actually unique. It was such a unique take on that table topic. So I really appreciate that you also gave a view back on solar energy in your table topic. Let's move on. Okay, next comes a Toastmaster Om. Toastmaster Om is not here, but if I would have given him a recommendation, I would have suggested that Toastmaster Om should speak more and also participate more in the meeting. Let's move on. Toastmaster Mohit, extremely creative when you delivered your table topic and you were full of energy, which also put smiles on everybody's faces. So keep it up. And I've one recommendation would be to not jump from one sentence to another sentence without finishing the first sentence. So that way you can give more information rather than giving information in breaks. So that is one feedback from my side. Next, we move on to Toastmaster Mudit. A word for you, Toastmaster Mudit. Your table topic was superb. You did not have any repetition and your diction was also very good. So I would say that I would recommend that you speak more table topics and improve on this as well. Okay, let's come on to our auxiliary role players who also were participating. Toastmaster Shilpa, a really innovative table topic session you conducted. And I would say that in your table topic, what I found was the way you spoke also delivered information and also it had held its creativity. So keep it up in your next table topic. Toastmaster Suraj, again, a unique choice. You did not pick flying, which I found was interesting. You spoke about invisibility. As such, I would also recommend that when you are doing a table topic, you can elaborate more that why would you want invisibility? Okay, so that it becomes a more fleshed out table topic. In the end, we have completed our session. Toastmaster Manish, in your table topic, I would just suggest that you should be more outspoken when you're doing a table topic so that other people can also listen carefully. And there should be a little bit more work on your voice modulation. That's all from my side on table topics. I would like Toastmaster Manan to give the polls for the best auxiliary role player so that we can have that vote. And then I'll announce the winners for the table topics.
Sure. Thank you so much, TM Adesh, for this elaborative general evaluation report for us. And thank you for enlightening us for the areas of improvement as speakers and as role players. So thank you so much for that. Now, I think this is the feedback time, right? So I would like to ask our guest, Om, how did you like the meeting and what are his feelings about today?
The meeting was good. I learned many new things, and the evaluation which I got by TM Ajit was totally what I believe about myself. It was not wrong. It was true, and I would love to be a part of the club. And overall, it was awesome.
Okay, perfect. So I think TM Priyanka, you can be in touch with Toastmaster Om and explain him how the Toastmaster works. Sure. Okay. So now I would like to ask TM Tilak about how he feels about today's meeting and what is his feedback.
Yeah, I really like the way you conduct the meeting. As I am the newly elected VP Education from my club, I used to think like this. I to conduct different types of meetings in my club. Then I got a one idea by seeing. Thank you for that. I like the way. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you so much, TM Pilla. And let's move to our guest, Mudit. So, Mudit, how did you like the feeling and what is your feedback and what you are taking away from today's meeting?
Uh, I felt quite good attending this meeting. I think table topics were interesting, and I think as, at a if I do such kind of more table topics and speak on this, I can really improve upon my public speaking, and which is what I'm looking forward to when I join Toastmasters. And this is what I look forward to in this as an outcome of these sessions. Thank you.
Yes, yes, Mudit, I would definitely recommend. And actually, table topics is one of the tools you can say through which you can actually improve upon your impromptu speaking skills, right? And extemporary skills, where and you can actually develop the skills of small talks, right? Because this is something a lot of us feel challenged about, right? You just cannot randomly go to a person and have discussion about, you know, the weather or the samosa that they are eating or anything in this world, right? So when you participate more in table topic sessions, I think your ability to small talk with people really improves. And this is on the personal front, and for the professional front, I think participating in table topic sessions actually really helps you to crack those tricky interviews where you don't know like what to expect from the interviewer, right? So they can throw any random topic at you and you just have to talk, right? So do participate in such sessions to improve your skills like that, right? Okay, so guest Vishakha, can you please unmute yourself and tell us about today's feedback if you are here with us? No worries. I think I'll just give the stage to TM Desh, TM Priyanka, and TM Rajesh. Please go ahead and announce the winners for today's table topic marathon.
Sure, TM Manan. First of all, we'll go with the second runner-up. So second runner-up is our grammarian today, TM Shilpa. So a big round of applause for her. Our first runner-up is the R counter today. So TM Mohit. And last but not least, our guest today, Toastmaster Mudit, you take the winning spot in table topics. So a huge round of applause for him.
Thank you so much.
Well done, winners. I think you all delivered excellently on stage tonight, right? And we have all learned quite a lot from you, right? So we are left with the polls for, best auxiliary role player. So while I am creating the polls for best auxiliary role players, I think I would like to give this stage to TM Adesh, right? So as VP Education, please give us certain messages and how we can get best out of our Toastmasters experience and what we can do to improve our skills.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Manan. As such, to get the best out of your Toastmasters experience, first of all, the Toastmasters website is going to help you a lot. So you have to log in that website and please select a pathway. If you're not selected it yet, please contact me if you're a club member, or if you're in any other club, I would just suggest that you can contact directly your VP Education. Pathway is the process by which Toastmasters really functions, and that is the main criteria through which you can get different speaking roles in Toastmasters. I would also recommend that people who are very shy or introvert in struggle and speaking should do table topics regularly because they help in boosting your confidence and also they help in your thinking skills. On the spot extempore is the best way to showcase your creativity. So that is one big suggestion from my side. And third but not least, as I'm VP Education, every day I will say the same thing. Please take up roles and do not back out. If you are going to take a role, then please be in the meeting. Thank you so much for that. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. So Toastmaster Manan, over to you if you have any. Till then, any other, if anybody else would like to say any suggestion or something, I am open to it at this point.
We didn't take photograph today.
Oh yes, we did not take photographs today. So I think that session is left still. And Toastmaster Mohit ran away when we spoke about photographs. So that is also innovative today. Anyway, so what sign should we make for the photograph today? Anybody? I would also like our guests to switch on their videos so that we can have one group photograph, which we can post for the meeting. Kshitij, can you switch on your video now, or is it still your power cut is there?
Yeah, still that same problem.
Okay. So Toastmaster Shilpa, if you can take a photograph.
Team Adesh, I am facing some issues while taking the photograph. Can you
So
help
TM
me?
Priyanka, can you take
Yeah.
one? You just have to do a print screen, so it will be easier for everybody.
Actually, at the single time, I am able to see 6 faces. Means I am not able to understand how to show all the people in a single window.
Okay, you can go to view, which is on the side, and you put gallery.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see now. So I need to just take the print
screen. That's
screen.
it.
Okay, I will do that. Okay.
Okay,
So do we need to do any
Toastmaster
sign?
Mudit. I don't know if there is a sign today, but I'll just say put smiling faces as this is a meeting well done.
Okay.
We should do a superhero sign like I am Iron Man. Like no, that the last sign in Avengers. What do you think, Manan?
Yes, we should do. So, okay. So this is a hack that I actually learned in one of the body language.
Why not Spider-Man today? Everybody knows Spider-Man at least. Yeah, so why not today? Yeah.
It's done.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa. Now, so that you have clicked to photograph, I would request you to please launch the post for Best Auxiliary Role Player as well, right? Since you are the co-host, you must be having this polls option.
Yeah. So should I click on launch?
Yes, just go to the Best Auxiliary Role Player poll and press launch.
Okay.
And ask everybody to please vote for who you think is the best auxiliary role player for tonight.
Okay. Are you able to see the screen? I have already launched. Okay.
Yes, Toastmaster.
So while all of you are logging in your opinions, I would like to say as a president that I'm expecting all of you to be more participative into the group meetings and taking up main roles and pushing yourself with each meeting little bit forward so that you can actually travel up the learning curve and can see the difference with the time that you are spending here, right? All of us started small, right? We all used to take up small roles, but initially, we do have like great examples in our club, such as TM Priyanka, right? Whose Toastmasters journey is really inspiring for all of us, right? So I would request each one of you, as Toastmaster Adesh also said, that push yourself a little forward, take up the main roles, try to be there, because only when you are there into the meeting, only when you are facing the meeting, the challenges, or the unpreparedness, or underconfidence, or everything, only when you battle all of these feelings, you will be able to improve upon yourself, right? If you're only holding yourself back for one reason or the other, you will not be able to improve. So it is a request as a president to all of you that please take up the roles and put yourself forward in meetings, right? So with that note, I would say that today we had little unexpected glitches, but we as a team like came together and we created a beautiful meeting out of the mess that we were having at the back of our head around 5:30. So thank you so much everybody for joining in. TM Shilpa, do we have results for the best auxiliary role player?
Yes. So if you will just give me 1 minute, I will show the certificate. So just give me 1 minute.
Please show the certificate and announce also. So today
Yeah, yeah.
you are who's going to announce who's the best auxiliary role player for today.
Just 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm sharing. So best auxiliary award goes to, are you able to see my screen? TM Suraj for the best timer of the day.
Wonderful.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
TM
Team Suraj.
Suraj.
Big round.
Thank you, everybody.
Very well done. Very well done. So now so that we are signing off from the meeting, I want to say that each one of you or each one of us has got a superhero inside us. It's only that we need to shake ourselves and get that superhero out. And also remember that once you get that superhero out, you'll have the power. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So these are my final words for tonight. And I want one of you to say the sign off slogan for our club, which is, and who's going to say it? I think TM Shilpa, you said that in the next meeting, I'm going to remember it and I'm going to say it.
Yeah,
So,
I will do it today. So I'm ready. So in Wave to Lead, leaders don't stop until they are at the top.
yes, in Weave to Lead together, everybody. In
In
Weave to
Wave to
Lead,
lead, leaders
Leaders don't
don't
stop
stop
until
until
they
they
are
are
on
on
top.
top.
Leaders at the top.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in, and we'll see you
Bye-bye.
next.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, everyone. It was really wonderful session today.
Thank you, TM Suraj. Drop in more feedbacks and be more interactive, right? And take up main roles. This is what I would say. I'll have a chat with you personally. I think we'll connect either tomorrow or day after,
Yes.
and we'll discuss.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you, team. Bye bye, everyone.
Sure. Bye, everybody. Have a
Bye.
good